Epping is a peaceful and leafy part of the county of Essex, situated northeast of Greater London, a natural beauty spot with a low crime rate. All this changed when the government decided to use the Bell Hotel to house undocumented economic migrants who, having broken British law by entering the country without declaring themselves, makes every one of them criminals. The vast majority come from third world countries, where women are treated as third-class citizens, where rape and theft are considered to be normal practice. It was one of these economic migrants from Ethiopia, whose name I won't attempt to pronounce, was arrested and charged with sexual offences against a local schoolgirl 8 days after he arrived in the UK by boat. Local parents were shocked and horrified and decided to hold a protest outside the Bell Hotel. After almost a week of peaceful protests, with homemade signs made from cardboard boxes and handwritten, the far left decided to stage a counter-protest, which means they support the sexual assault and rape of underage schoolgirls. Arriving at Epping Station, the Metropolitan Police then acted as a taxi service for members of Antifa and Stand Up to Racism, who are paid £60 for each protest. The police then ferried them to the Bell Hotel, where the peaceful protest was taking place.
I just want to thank everyone for coming here today. We're all local people. We're all good, local, tax-paying people. We don't want trouble. We don't want fights. My question would be, why, and all due respect to the police, why are you allowing agitators to come and fight against us? Because you are inciting violence. We're not. You are. Mr. Starmer, I hope you're going to hear, I hope you hear this. Why are you letting 500-600 undocumented men come across the channel every day into this country? We don't know who they are. We don't know what their background is, but they don't share our values. They don't respect women and they do not respect children.
Yes!
Yes! I am a mother of 3. I've got 4 nieces under 10. Every child's right is to walk to school and not fear that they're going to be sexually assaulted or raped. We do not live in a third world country. This is the United Kingdom the last time I looked. This is not about racism. I don't care if the men in that hotel over there are green, yellow or pink. We don't know who they are. They may be nice men. I don't know, no one knows. The likelihood is they're probably not. But a man gets off a boat from Ethiopia. He has come across Europe to come to this country. Why? Because we are a soft touch. We give them everything that they want and then they turn around and abuse us.
Yes. Well said. Well said.
Why are the left... I hate to make this about left and right because it shouldn't be. But why are those antagonists coming and accusing us of racism? It's not about racism, it's about abusing children, young girls in school uniform who are trying to get to school and are being sexually assaulted by a 38-year-old man
So we just wanted to make it really clear that we're strong women, we're mums, we're sisters, we're aunties, we're parents of the area. So we're just here to support.
Yeah, the people here have been walking at the front have been mostly women and girls doing the march. Do you think that's because the people feel that a lot of the people in the hotel are a threat to women and girls?
Everybody is really concerned about who is in that hotel. Crime in the area is shocking, and this is a beautiful place to live.
As a local resident, I'd like to know if there was a risk assessment. It is hundreds of metres from a school.
Do you think there was a risk assessment?
Well, there must be a freedom of information request by someone, surely, to find out if they assessed that there was a risk to school children. There have been allegations of not only sexual assault, like we've seen. Local women have told me there are allegations of groups of drunk men, migrants, thieving from the local Tesco's and getting drunk in the forest. There are allegations of intimidation, of harassment, of flashing women in the forest. This isn't on. Residents need to be safe in their own town, and especially school children must be safe.
This act enraged local mothers who protested to the police. But when the police brushed them off, their anger spread among the protesters. But then a small group of males, dressed mainly in black and wearing masks, started to attack the far left with their printed signs. They then turned on the police vans. It's important here to point out that none of these people were locals. Some looked like known members of the far-right group Homeland. The locals, including mothers, some with their children, wanted no part of the violence and left the area. Fact is, there wouldn't have been any violence at all had the police not acted as a taxi service for known violent far-left thugs. This makes the police and the local council, who must have approved this action, complicit in the violence that took place as a direct result of their actions.
Tom Palmer from Sky News. Do you accept that your officers have given a higher level of protection to one side of the demonstration? And do you also accept that in the accusation being made today that those officers' actions caused some of the violence?
No, I don't accept that. So thank you. I mean, there's been some accusation in the media that we drove people to the protest. That is not true.
If you're not apologising, are you going to follow the demands of some politicians in this country who have called you to resign over this?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I mean, there's been some accusation in the media that we drove people to the protest. That is not true. That is not true. That is not true.
Meanwhile, back in Epping, we learn that the police were lying to us when they said they didn't escort left-wing protesters left-wing activists into the heart of the local community's protest. Not only did they escort them there, they drove them there. This is absolutely scandalous.
It's absolutely scandalous. It is shocking. And it just feels like we're back in the Twilight Zone, aren't we? You know, it feels like that post-Southport moment where the public are absolutely disgusted at the policies of not just this government, but successive governments. Our leaders are giving weak, mealy-mouthed lip service to our concerns. And all the while, they seem to be gaslighting us, tricking us, wanting to goad us, those people who are going out to protest, who want their voices to be heard, to protect their local community, are being essentially goaded